Okay, let's wait a little bit. I'm gonna share with you guys a little bit. So first of all, we're gonna work with this page. Let me put this a little bit taller because I can't really see well. Okay, perfect. We're gonna work with this page, this printable. You can see it in the link. I thought I might have to like put it a little bit back, the live stream, but we were able to go to Publix and back in less than an hour. That's amazing. So I want us to do some color exercises with this page. And my idea of today is that I want to show you how much can we play with the value of one color. That's my main idea for this, for today. And we will, let me do some organizing here. Wait, and I'll show you a little bit. So we're gonna use these watercolors, which I'm happy Arctic sent it to us to try. Really cute. I'm really happy because they have sent me other materials, but I'm not a fan of alcohol markers or acrylic markers, so I'm really happy. And I told them, I'm like, I don't do any, like, I told them exactly the materials I do, and I'm like, watercolor, pens, color pencils, or crayons. I'm like, the rest I'm like, great, it's awesome, but it's just not my thing, so these are still wet, I think. Okay, so it's really cool. This is really fun. Let's see when they come out. What is it? Oh, this is like a foam. Okay, this is the palette we're gonna use. The paper they give is extremely, how do you say, misleading, I have to say, because the colors in this color palette, wait, it's impossible. This is very misleading because I was not very excited when I saw this. I'm like, the colors are super beautiful, so it's cool to really see them. And this is what we're gonna be doing. So I'm just gonna wet my palette a little bit. I should not have wet it all, but it's fine. I'm gonna choose one color and I'm gonna show you. This is the coloring page, right? We're gonna make some lines, and we will color with one pigment, which means we're gonna choose one color only, and we're gonna work with the values of the color, or not the saturation, because we won't mix the color with white or black, but yeah, maybe the value, I would say. Let's see the intensity of the color. I think I'm gonna use this one, which is, let me put a little bit here. I like to use these first just because this is not watercolor paper. I didn't print in watercolor, which means it's hard to mix in the color. This is watercolor. So this is pretty much what I'm doing. I'm putting all my color circles in a notebook. I can show you while we wait a little bit. And let me know if you guys have your pages ready or if you're just watching. These lives are all gonna stay, and they're all free. And this is my color book. Is it that way or this way? I think it's the other way. I'll show you. So I'm an artist. I make coloring books, but my passion has always been color. Previously, I've worked with different companies. I work with Telemundo. I work with Office Depot. I used to do some designs for them for the notebook. These are my daughter's color circles. So I love color circles, and I love very bright colors. These are with the glitter crayons. This is some studies that I'm making. And I just started. I'm like, I have to start keeping my color circles, color wheels, as they call them. So that's what I did with this one. But now what I want to do is, and I want us all to explore let's use turquoise, because turquoise is so pretty. I want us to use how, just to see, experiment how do you say, like, how much can we work one color? You know what I mean? How many tones can we take out of one color? Just without putting more other pigments, just water. So you see, easily I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's see how can we color with just 6. And I'm gonna make lines. This printable is in the link. I don't know if in the comments or where can the link be. Let me see. I hope if someone sends me a message, I hope I can read it. I'm really looking to see how to open the messages. I don't even see where the chat is, but I really hope to be able to see it. What is this? Elegir calcomanía, no. I don't know what this is. Oh no, okay, no. Oh, sorry. I'm trying all the buttons, but none of the buttons appears to work. So if someone sends me a message, I really hope it appears here. The last time I couldn't see, but I just put no filter for messages, so hopefully I can get them. So let's do this. Let's do this line and then do this line. I'm just gonna do squares. And now we're gonna go like this. And then here. And one more. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see them. They're like lines. And then what we're gonna try to do is do a contrast with those lines using the tones same color. If you want to join me, I'm gonna be doing, well, most Mondays, the best Mondays we can. Next Monday we won't be here, but I'm gonna try my best to do it every Monday, and if not, like, I'll switch it, but I'm gonna try to do it every week, and then you can get your printable. We're gonna be using this printable this month, and I colored some, but then they're easy. They're very simple and very easy. So the idea is to use, you see how simple and how easy? Like big spaces it has. And the idea is for us to start doing this. So we don't have tiny spaces, but we still have a good amount to work with. And you can use your own watercolors. The idea is, or my main idea has always been, get to know your color palette, because whatever I do here may not work exactly for you. It depends if the colors are translucent, if they're opaque, what materials you use. So it all depends. So that's why I always encourage people to work with their own palette. And all those color circles that you buy, they're all printed, and it's very hard to get the same colors. So yeah. So, and I hope if someone writes, I can read your messages. I really hope. Oh, that's it. Okay, well, I really hope I can see. So let's start. I need a cup of water. I thought I may not need it, but I really do need it. So choose one color of your palette. You can also do this with color pencils. So you know what, let's try to do, I'm gonna choose this turquoise. I'm gonna choose a similar color. Let's see. What you could do, watercolor. Or we could do watercolor, color pencil, and crayon. That's what we could do. I'm gonna try to look for it. If you want to do it too, just look for a color that is similar, maybe. Just to try it out with different materials. This is not so similar, but it works. It's blue. And the blue crayon, let me look for it. This one. Blue green. Oh, perfect. Like, perfect color. So I'm gonna use these. Let me see if I have another color pencil to make it a little bit closer. I just came out with this idea, so it's fine. I think that blue is good. Let's see, I have a few here. I was trying to look something like more aquamarine-ish, but no, it's okay because that one works well. So we're gonna do here watercolor, color pencil, and crayon. And we're gonna try to do the same exercise going down. So first I'm gonna start with watercolors. Also, it's good to start this to this side, like from left to right, just so we don't smoosh with our hands. So that's a good idea. And I'm gonna use the turquoise. This is great to do in advance, so I may just cut it and put it here. No, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna put it like this. Perfect. And that's it. Let's get started. So I'm gonna work with the turquoise from dark. So this will be straight from here would be the darkest, I feel. Let's put that over there. So this is the idea. This is what we're doing. With the lines, right? Because we divided in circles. If you go out like that, it's fine. It doesn't matter. The idea of these type of classes is just to give yourself some time just to play with the colors. We can get very surprised with our colors. Even, you know what, this one that I'm using is part of our printables. We just made it into a book. Oh, so much better. Okay. And the same one. My daughter's birthday is tomorrow. She's sneezing a lot today. I hope not a cold. With these type of exercises, you can even you can even put the color you're using. That's a great also idea, because then you can see how far you're taking your colors. So now what I'm gonna do is wash it off, and then because I want the lightest version to do the most contrast. Then I'm gonna use like something like this, and that's where I'm gonna use the little butterfly. See a little bit, and then I'm gonna use it to do darker here and the lighter background. Okay, so this one's gonna be light, and then here is gonna be a little bit, so I can use here. So let's see, 1, 2. These end up being a little similar, but as you can do your own So let's see. Same color, turquoise. That's all I'm using. I'm gonna make darker here. It's also good, you can also just choose which dark parts you're gonna do. Say like this, right? You'll see how much the pigment gives you to work with. So this dark part ended up being very much like that one. You can also layer it in. So do it really light. Let's say just using this water that I have here left over. And layer it. Then you can say, okay, 1 layer, 2 layers. Depends how deep you want to go with the study of the color. You can say, let's say 1 layer, and then 2 layers, and then 3 layers, and then you say like this. Wait, I'll show you. Let's say here, right? So you just say water on palette, water on butterfly. That would be my case. And then you do 1 layer, right? 1 layer. Try for it to be like similar, the same. But like all these things, that's why I'm not a fan of printed stuff, just because as humans we're not perfect, so it may be a little bit more, a little bit less, you know, patchy. So this is layer 1, so you can put 1 layer. It's not what I did here. This is just for my notes. And then the same. Water with pigment, 2 layers. And then we're gonna still put 2 layers here and then 2 layers here. So this one's 2. That's for your notes, for you to see how did you get to that pigment. And then you do 3 layers. So more color, 3 layers and 3 layers. And then we're gonna do 4 layers. Wait, you can also just do, okay, 3, 2, 1, dry, you know, letting it dry. That would be another note. It's really cool stuff. I think we're just very used to everything has to have a final, like it has to go from 1 to, you know what I mean? So this would be, there's another thing. This would be 4 layers. 4 layers. So you see how the colors go? So then 4 layers. And I feel this is what I mean with get to know your palette. Get to know how your colors work. You know, I don't know, it's just not the, you know, it's not just all about the final kind of destination. It's good to play. It's good to, you know, sit and see how many shades can I take out with 1 color. You know, ooh, how many textures can I make with 1 color? So again, the printables, you can find them on our website if you want to keep on playing like this every Monday or so. Let's say next weekend. I can't do Monday. The Monday after is my daughter's birthday, like things like that, you know. But I will put the dates earlier, like before, like how I had this one. You could see I was gonna do it today. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put dark. We're not adding anything to our pigment. So this is pure this pigment, turquoise. If you want to know what palette this is, ask me in the comments. I'll send you. Maybe after. Oh, this is the Arctics, I can tell you now. But I mean, if you want it, I can send the link. But if not, just use what you have. For the crayons and the other ones, we're gonna use Crayola crayons, and I'll see what brand of color pencil, but it's whatever I had. It's not, you can even do it with a pencil. How many gradients can I take, you know? Look how dark this one is. Looks really nice. I really like it. This one can be even darker, or the fingers, we can make it darker. Yeah, let's make the fingers darker. And I'm gonna make super light. This one, this part. It's hard a little bit super light because I'm using a cardstock, which I love, and I have to say I love using cardstock with watercolor. Perfect. This one's the lightest version. This is not even white, it's the lightest version. And let's do light here too. You see, it's barely whatever pigment I had, and I just squeezed. This is a water brush, so I just squeeze a little bit of water. That's how I can take so many pigments out. And let's do a dark tone here. That's a good idea. Dark. Perfect. And here, and here. I'm just gonna fill that little triangle. Perfect. So look how beautiful all those tones, one color. I'm actually gonna also take note of the color, which is Arctic's turquoise. So edit Arctic's turquoise. Turquoise. Okay. Now color pencil, which we're using this one. Color. What color is this? Cerulean blue, I think. Oh, I'm gonna put the number. I'm gonna put it over here, which is Color N042. Perfect. And then this one's gonna be blue-green. Crayola blue-green. That's it. So it's fun to, it is really fun. I'm making sure aparecen todos los incluidos los posibles. Okay, I hope if someone has put a message that I can see you guys. Okay. Because the last time I did the live stream, we had like 6 messages, and when I left, I never knew how to open them. So if you want to ask something, if you just want to say hello, I'm here, that'll be great, so I can see if I can figure it out. So this is the pencil. How to you take it out. So this is different paper though, but it's okay still. My best advice with color pencils or pencils, anything, in school they always told us circles, always circles, tiny circles. So from the darkest, like that, the darkest this color can give us, to a little bit less, but always try to keep the circles, that way you don't end up with streaks, which are fine too. It's so funny because I always want to do classes and stuff, and I'm like, you know, it would be so hard for me to correct people because I appreciate a little bit of everything. I appreciate sometimes the streaks look very beautiful. So I don't feel there's a right or wrong way to do stuff in art. And that has kept me very much from ever teaching art, which I've been wanting to. So that's why I started this, and I'm gonna try my best to keep it consistent. Try once a week, mostly Mondays. And I haven't even sent my newsletter, but look. So you can do good levels with the color pencil. So let's see. I am gonna go very dark here. You see how different the color works in this paper than in this paper. So it's always good if you're using different papers. It's also good to test your materials in the paper, like, or not test, like play with your materials in the paper pretty much. So this one is not gonna give us such a dark, how do you say, tone, pretty much, because it's, the more texturized the paper, the more the color pencil stays in between the textures. Let's see. Remember, circles, it can be big circles, how I'm doing now, or small circles. And these are great ways to know your colors. Know your colors. These are our coloring pages. I love these. These are we have a gratitude collection. So this printable also comes in a coloring book version. So it's just when you print it, it's a little bit bigger and you can choose the different papers you use. So that's one thing I like about it. Now here, let's say I'm gonna think about darks to light. So this is gonna be my dark here. And I think it's gonna be the hand and then the background. So the more textured your paper, the better the color, like the more pigment, because it stays right in the textured part of the paper. So look at how dark are dark in this paper. This is watercolor paper compared to this darkness. So it's good to also check or keep an eye on our papers, because let's say if I make a so I also do this and encourage people, play with your palette, get to know your colors, get to know your palette, because I see a lot of people taking all those, all the materials with color combinations and stuff like that, and and then I got my tongue. Then I see people having a lot of trouble trying to actually get to the. I'm gonna finish here, I think. No, I shouldn't. It's fine. Then I see a lot of people having trouble trying to match the tones, and you're not gonna match the tones. It's gonna be really hard, and you're gonna spend more time and get frustrated trying to match the tones. But for example, this one, I don't have the color ones, but for me to match these tones, it's gonna be hard. You have to have the same pigment, which means the blue, let's say this blue, when you add yellow, it may not look like this. When you add this, it may not. So this may be obsolete if you don't have this color. That's why I encourage, and I'm starting to do this series of live streams, play with your colors. Play with your colors, play with your papers, get to know your palettes, get to know your color pencils. Maybe I see a lot of people that feel they need more and more and more materials, and their materials just sit there, and then they think, oh, well, the new trend, I need that. Maybe you don't need that. Maybe you just need to know your colors. And that's really it. You know how sometimes we have it all, but we don't appreciate it. So let's start with this. I'm gonna do a middle tone, because now I'm thinking about the middle tones. And I'm thinking this may be the dark one. That's gonna be middle tone. So this is gonna be light. Okay, in the background dark. So let's do this one, middle tone. No, this one's gonna be the I'm more confused. This one's gonna be the dark one. So you see circles. I'm doing ovals, which is fine too. This paper barely has texture, so this is cardstock. I don't know if I have the link in the description of this reel, but I can send you which one it is. You see there, I'm pressing a little bit harder. This is my darkest dark here. Perfect. So I have my darkest darks on all of them. Wait, I'm missing this one on the side. Perfect. So this is my darkest dark here. Here it's gonna be this one, which I'm doing right now. It's so beautiful and it's so rich. And I love it. This you can do with a color. Now I'm gonna do middle tone here. I'm gonna do like middle tone, very light. I'm gonna try to do it the lightest this color will give me, just for it not to be white, but to be, let me see if I can. Wait. Okay, I'll put you over here to see if you can see it better. And just like that, I'm doing circles, 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 circles. Oh wait, the battery is not connected. Okay, perfect. Now, and like this. Wait, that's a little bit too much, but it's okay. It's okay. Do your best. Doesn't have to be perfect. The better to experiment, play with them instead of not doing them because we think we can't do it perfect. So just do it. It's better just to experiment. Look how cool it's looking. And if you see the page, you'd say, oh my gosh, what a boring page. Because it's simple, but you can make it super cool. You can use it to learn. Every day we can do a different color. You can do different textures, different stuff. So I'm gonna do a little bit darker than that one here because I'm trying to use through tones. I think something spilled here. Typical. Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit darker. And then the last one is gonna be crayons. but I encourage you to do it. If you do it, send it to me. I would love to see it. I love to see it. I want to be an inspiration for people to play with their colors, for people to experiment a little bit themselves. I'm gonna do a little bit darker, for it to be a little bit darker. I remember our color classes in my university. I studied in Bellas Artes of Cali, Colombia. My favorite class was color. Well, color and art history. Those are like, I'm obsessed with color and with art history. And talking about that, next a live stream, which is there, like I'm gonna share when it is, but I think I have it set up there. A next live stream, I want us to see the 7 contrasts or 7 combinations, color combinations by Johannes Itten. And I think it's gonna be very interesting. This is gonna be the lightest. I don't wanna do the hand the lightest. I wanna do it a little bit darker. Yeah. This we're using mostly plain colors, but we could do some volume. Let's do a little bit of volume. Wait. I know it looks like I'm doing it straight, but not really. It's like long ovals. But I think I might have been going a little bit too long. So let's see. Let's try to do like this, circle, circle. And it's what I'm saying. Don't try to do it perfectly. This is just to experiment and play with the color. Our teacher in my university, she's the best. I would love to be able to get in contact with her. I don't even know what I would ask her. What would I ask her? I don't know. But I think it would be fun. Let's see. Then, okay, no. Next time we're gonna see. You see, this is a little bit too light. So we can go like this, little by little, small little circles, small little circles. Small little circles, small. I'm also going into the watercolor side. Okay, I like it now. Yeah, this is the light part. And then here it's just gonna be super duper light. Okay. Perfect. Now, crayon. We're gonna do with crayon. Crayon here, look at the difference, the tones. We could do more tones here because the paper has a little bit of texture. It doesn't have texture here. Let's see if we can do a little bit darker. No, not much, right? Not much. But still good contrast between the images. Now let's do it with the crayon. I am gonna start with the darkest. Crayon in these doesn't work so well either because of the, I think that's why I do mostly watercolor with these. Because it also has no texture. So So there's nothing for the crayon kind of to hold on to. You know what I mean? And then this one's gonna be the dark one. You need to do a good contrast. And the same goes with the crayons, color circular, circular, circular. Okay, then let's do this is gonna be dark and this gonna be light. This is gonna be very light. I think with the crayons is a little bit harder because since it's having a hard time to stick to the paper, then it's a little bit harder to do different tones, I feel. And then I'm gonna try to do super light here. Even textured is fine. Like I mean, like this, like I'm making circles, and then you can see exactly the circles. It's okay. It still looks nice. And we're still doing the three: darker, medium, light. That's what I want to see in all of them. So light is gonna be what I'm doing here. And this is dark. Medium. Very light textured. You see, then this is dark. And the star is gonna be medium then. Medium. No, I don't want to go into the other square. This is a pretty good exercise you can do. Now this is gonna be dark here. This is gonna be dark. Perfect. I'm gonna actually take a little bit this out. No, it doesn't come out. Let's see if we can erase it a little bit. And then this is a great study of three colors. For example, here will be watercolor 10, and then we have the art color to put. This would be a great, it's a great, how can I say, like catalog of your colors. Besides, it's just wonderful just to test your colors. I love it. I don't know. I just love doing this type of stuff. And then let's do medium. You see, and I feel also after with practice, you start doing better. Like better in the sense, like you have more control over your colors. I feel when we always try to use our colors to maximum saturation, then it's only you know, hard. And then the day you find yourself with 3 crayons, you're like, I can't do anything with this. Like 3 colors or like 2 colors. There's not. No, but this shows you the possibilities that you have with very light colors, you know. So this is gonna be our medium tone. Then this is gonna be light, which I'm gonna do like this, and then that light and dark. This is gonna be dark here. Crayons, I also feel they're easier to handle. I like to mix together, so you can just go like this and then mix. Also, then you start learning about your papers. Look at the difference. With the paper. Here is a little bit hard to even get through very distinguished tones, I would say. You see? And then we took out more or less 3 shades of each color, but it's really 3 pigments, 3 materials, 1 watercolor, 1 pencil, 1 crayon. So 3 materials gave us 9 shades: dark, medium, light, dark, medium, light, and dark, medium, and light. It looks really cool. I hope you enjoyed it, and I invite you to practice it as during the week. I'll see you next week. I don't think it's gonna be a Monday. I mean, yeah, it may not be a Monday, but I have it scheduled, the next live stream. And yeah, I think this is awesome, and it shows us how much we can do with three colors that maybe someone would say, you know, it's not enough to color, like I need more colors or something. And look how awesome the possibilities that you have, and getting to know our palettes, getting to know our colors, getting to know our materials. I hope you enjoyed it, and happy week. Bye.